Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyimla Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rechahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yahanan Awaf just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. This is an article from the Huff Post. It says Honeybee death surge in U.S. Something real bad is going on. Well, we know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we know that it's Esau, the so-called white man. That's the biblical name for the so-called white man. He's in power, and everything is decaying. And under this man's control. And he was really created for it. I mean, he there's no life when it comes to this man. Though he front, he puts up a great front though, like, he's righteous. He wants peace, but he shows you the complete opposite just through his actions. People just, kind of don't get it, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Avashai, the Lord is showing us who the enemy is. We know that it's this man. Okay, so it says honeybees, which serve a crucial role in food production, have been dying in staggering numbers in the United States. U.S. commercial beekeepers saw colony losses averaging 62% over the past winter, according to a survey released last month from Honeybee Research nonprofit projects. The survey was based on data that included more than two-thirds of commercially raised honeybees in the U.S. Something real bad is going on this year. Scott McArt, associate entomology, if I'm pronouncing that right, professor at Cornell University, told The Guardian last week. Entomologists at Washington State University forecast that total honeybee losses this year could reach up to 70%. Over the past decade, annual losses have typically been between 40 and 50%, but the numbers have been increasing steadily as time goes on. Until about 2 decades ago, beekeepers would typically lose only 10 to 20% of their bees over the winter months. Climate change, urban sprawl, and widespread weed killing were all cited as factors in bee decline by Project Apis. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is also studying whether bee-killing viruses or parasites could be contributing to the devastating losses, while Cornell researchers are looking into the impact of pesticides. The Guardian noted that Cornell had to step in to assist with the research after President Donald Trump administration made staggering cuts at the USDA. See, these people, man, are just destroyers, bro. Honeybees are not native to the U.S., but they play a big part in commercial agriculture. The flying insects pollinate more than 130 types of fruits, nuts, and vegetables, making them responsible for $15 billion worth of U.S. crops each year, according to the USDA. Commercial Blake Shook told CBS News he fears for the future of agriculture. If this is a multi-year thing, it'll change the way we consume food in the United States. And let me just grab a quick script because this is Esau, bro. All the shit he's spraying in the skies. You can barely fucking breathe out here. He's GMOing all the foods. A bunch of ultra-processed foods. And the people are just unhealthy, man. It's just an unhealthy place. And the scripture says that we will eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles. But also, let's get 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant of how Esau gets down, because overall, he wants total control over the people anyway. As far as Revelation 13 and 16, let me grab that real quick. So he's full pressing everything and just destroying everything. So eventually, basically, you will come to him on hands and knees begging, for food and water. You know what I'm saying? So, and Trump, them getting rid of all those cuts that they're doing, when they're getting rid of all that stuff, that right there, it's just a disaster waiting to happen. They're getting rid of well, we don't trust in any of that shit anyway. But your CDCs, it just cuts to shit that supposedly make their country run. That's gonna affect a lot of people, man. So if he's getting rid of all these different things, and then you got this guy, um, RFK Jr. or whatever his name is, he's supposedly be over the health and talking about making America healthy again. Like, fuck out of here, man. You had to get rid of all the GMOs. You would had to get rid of all the ultra processed foods, all them fucking chips and snacks and Twinkies and bullshit ass cereals and everything that's got all these sweeteners and colorings in them and all kinds of false shit. You had to get rid of all that. You know? You're not talking about what's being sprayed in the damn skies. You're not talking about these pesticides and these people don't care, man. It's all about profits for them, man. But this is Revelation 13:16. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So as he's breaking things down and he's making it harder for people already, it's like you can barely afford any of this shit anyway. Pretty much you're buying, overpriced poison, man, to pretty much, delete your damn self. You and your kids. It's only, a few, you know, a small percentage of people that can actually get little better foods, because overall everything is tainted. You know what I'm saying? But it's not as tainted as the foods that's in, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans neighborhoods. That shit is horrible, especially that fast food. None of that shit is real. None of it is nutritious. Motherfuckers got fake ass tomatoes on a burger, fake ass lettuce on the burgers. You know what I'm saying? Fake ass pickle. You don't know what none of that shit is. The bread is horrible. Not even real bread. You know, we ain't gonna even talk about them goddamn French fries. Then that big ass soda. I'm like, hey, but this man is talking about making America healthy again. Come on, bro. Or you got a president that's sitting there drinking, sipping on damn Diet Cokes all day, as if that shit is gonna help you lose some weight. That shit is, all that soda and sugary shit, man, no good for you at all. I just seen a Jake, and he had a damn box of Girl Scout cookies and a damn Sprite. Like, bro, I just, you just kind of see things and filter it through the spirit. Like, that's a recipe for disaster there, brother. But you can't talk to people or tell them about it. You know what I'm saying? We just do lessons. We go out on the highways and byways because, people, they get, they don't get it. They don't get it. But this man is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. It's that one. And yeah, them bees make a difference, man. I haven't seen. I remember when I was growing up, man. It was bees and butterflies and, man, it was shit everywhere. All types of insects, man. It would be, certain sounds that you would hear at night, with certain types of, insects and things of that, man. You don't hear none of that shit no more. All that stuff is a wrap, bro. This man has completely destroyed the planet. Ezekiel 4:13, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I would drive them. So the Lord scattered us throughout the four corners of the earth, and mainly these Americas is where shit is really terrible. But we're not getting the best of the fools, man, when it comes to our people, because we're the lowest of the totem pole. We don't have no control over our food. We don't have any control over the agriculture anymore. We don't have no control over the meats, and water, and we just are at the whims of the damn enemy, man. And these people are our enemies. Like, easily, this man don't care about his own people. He's fucking with the same air that he gotta breathe. It's crazy, bro. He's fucking with the same foods that he has to intake. And again, it's only a small percentage of them. Well, the elite, they're not eating none of the shit that we eating. But still, you have to think they still gotta breathe this damn air if they're walking outside. But they live in more pristine areas. You know what I'm saying? Where the air is a lot crisper. They live around a lot of forestry, and because that makes a difference as far as your oxygen intake and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That filters out a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But this man is destroying everything. Matter of fact, let me see. This is what you call an adversary, man. He's adverse to everything that's on the planet. Everything that the Lord said good, called good, you know, he has turned it into a bad thing, so to speak. And this is John 10 and 10 in red letters, so we know that Yahweh Shai is speaking, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. It says, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. See? I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So this man, that's all he does is kill, steal, and destroy. He's constantly at war. He's constantly testing down nuclear missiles and shit. All that shit is in the atmosphere. See, they don't talk about how often they actually do those tests, man. And then you got other countries as well, don't get me wrong. But, these Edomites are the reason why everybody is, kind of in the arms race. You know what I'm saying? Because they understand that if they don't get these military, if they don't get these missiles and have that nuclear might, they already know that the so-called white man, he gonna come in and he gonna rape, rob, and pillage their asses. These other, like China, North Korea, see, they know stuff like that. They understand, like Russia, even though they Edomites, but they understand the nature of these Edomites, man. This is what they do. They flying throughout the damn skies all damn day long. Chemtrail this bitch out, and then the next day it's raining, and then you feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's very unhealthy, man. You know. And the scriptures talks about it, how if the Lord don't shorten the days, man, oh my, because he's an adversary. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this one. Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And this is what this man does. He flips everything upside down. Then he causes a lot of discord. He got the families all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The man is against the woman. The parents are against the children are against the parents. You got all this alphabet shit going on. So he's destroying the whole thing of the Lord said to be fruitful and multiply. And he has broken down everything that could be fruitful and multiply. Even the animals and the insects. All these insects, they play an important part in what happens in the earth, man. The Lord designed them and created them for a reason. Even something as simple as a damn roach. A roach got a part to play in the planet. Flies, they have a part to play in the planet, man. This man is killing off every damn thing. So with one action comes another action. But it's just all a breakdown, man. We can see that this is just the end of this man's world. Overall, that's pretty much what it is. Let's get Sirach. No, not Sirach. Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So this man is coming, his world is coming to an abrupt end. Just think, I mean, come on, if he's continuing to rule, imagine this man still in rulership another 50 years. Let's just be honest here. Look at the place now. Imagine another generation of this man running shit. Because he's talking about AI in your ass. He wanted to put a damn PlayStation 10 in your ass, man. He wants to, this man is on his way towards implanting the population, man. And he's gonna use this food source and water source as a way to do it. This guy behind me, this damn truck, dropping off some shit. So Salaki, if you hear some noise, because I know it's gonna probably be a nice drop. But anyway, yeah, man. Hey, this man is vicious, man. They're just cruel people. Very cruel, man. Everything is enslaved. Everything is oppressed. Everything is depressed. Proverbs 29 and 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. A lot of people are in mourning, man, because the wicked are bearing rule. And you can clearly see this dude, Trump, man. Them people don't care at all. You got a bunch of billionaires that don't give a shit about nothing except for filling them, getting them, just it's all about money with them, man. As long as they're filling up their bank accounts, they good. They don't give a shit about the rest of the citizens. And then dupe the people into believing, a lot of these people that went out and voted for these guys, a lot of them still believe that this dude is doing a great job. But they're about to see. It's gonna be soon too. Let me see here. Chapter 28, Proverbs 28:15. It says, as a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. Because they have the power. You the one that's writing the laws. You got the power to cut all this bullshit out. But you're implementing laws where they can actually pull this type of shit off. All your little alphabet shit, your FDAs, your USDA, all that. Come on, bro. And they're doing a lot of cuts to a lot of all that stuff, man. So, a lot of regulations that they would normally put on certain foods, they cutting all that shit, man. So you have to be, you can potentially walk into a supermarket and pick up some poison for real. Trump and them, they getting rid of a lot of regulations on food safety, man. And you just never know what the next demic gonna be. Because like I said again, they cutting the CDC, they cutting a lot of those health agencies and stuff like that, man. And it's just a recipe for disaster, man. So hey, we're praying for mercy from Yahweh Bashim Shai, that he'll give us what it takes to endure, man. Pray over your food and stuff like that too. Just pray over it, man. I mean, it's getting worse and worse, man. About a year. Hopefully this will be about it, man. Soon, man. This is Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. So hey, we do the best you can, man. That's about all we can do right off, because it's gonna get nasty out here. This man doesn't care about anything. And they're going to use that food. That's going to be one of the major things that they're going to use to get people to submit. So that's why we pray to Yahweh Bashim Shah for endurance, man. Faith, mercy. Somebody says, and people in these comments, they not with it, man. They like, fussing about this shit. Says you're killing all their habitat, you morons. You have to quit mowing and cutting everything in sight, plus the damn pollution. Sickening, yeah. Somebody says, I watched a documentary that literally showed the commercial honeybees being delivered to monocrop orchards and let free to pollinate. There was pesticides being sprayed at the same time they were pollinating. So it's no wonder they're dying when cared for like that. Yeah. Somebody says, yeah, quit treating your yards so that you have the ultimate beautiful green luscious with no weeds that run off into the waterfalls and kill everything they feed off of. It's all about chemicals. Oh my God, my yard has to be perfect.